Hello YouTube. Today is the Transgender Day of Remembrance, which is a day set aside to mark those trans people who've died, either because of violence, discrimination, and suicide. And we had hoped to have a really cool video for you that was an interview with a friend who's a trans woman, to kind of talk about trans issues and kind of help people, bring awareness to this issue, which is what, Transgender Awareness Week is all about, and the Transgender Day of Remembrance. Trans issues are really important to our life because, me personally, I've already lost a friend who is transgendered, who took her own life a few years back. And what happened was we put the video up. It started garnering some really ridiculously hateful comments, and it really started to make the person we were interviewing feel uncomfortable with what was going on with the video and asked that it be removed. So we listened to her request, and we did that, but we feel like we kind of owe everybody an explanation, and also because we're a little bit ticked off because some of the comments that were made on that video came from people who we've come to think of as not only subscribers to us, but, gay subscribers, which for me, and most of those comments were, the usual bathroom comments that people make about transgender. Like, if my daughter goes into a locker room to change and a trans man is in there with his junk out, how am I going to explain that to her? Those kind of comments really piss us off because they're really stupid comments to make. The ridiculous bathroom stuff gets hauled out every single time, and its purpose is not to ask any sort of legitimate question about trans people or how to navigate that. It's really just to degrade people, and for it to come from people who we believe are gay, it just blows my mind, and it shows that there's a lot of fear, ignorance, and understanding that really needs to be overcome, and why this day is really super important. I know that there's a lot of homophobia or transphobia and misunderstanding between, the straight community in general and the trans community, but there's also a lot within the gay community, and that, I don't get that. If you're a part of a community if you're just an individual who knows what it's like to be hated, to be discriminated against, to be treated differently, I do not understand how you can turn that around and give it to somebody else, even if you don't understand why they are the way they are, why they live the way they do, or what it means to be trans. Educate yourself. Trans people are our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers. They're people we work with. They are us. They are the T on LGBT. And part of the point of our channel is to show that gay people are just like everybody else, our families are just like everybody else, and included in that is transgender people. So we felt like we owed everyone an explanation, and that's what happened. I hope everybody takes a second to learn a little bit about what it means to be transgender. There's a lot of great information out there on YouTube, a lot of good trans people. UFO My Cat, who's on Transstar Galactica, great channel, I love it. Learn and help take away some of the fear and ignorance about the issue. There are people just like us who deserve equal treatment, love, and dignity. So with that, we will be observing Transgender Day of Remembrance, and I'm remembering Karina Page Ponder. She's the name I have to speak tonight. So, that said, good night, YouTube.